Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to come hang out with me and hear what I have to say. Today, what I want to talk about is getting negative people out of your life and setting boundaries. This is really important if you want to grow in life. So, the first thing I want you to think about whenever I talk about this, I want you to think about what people come to your mind. When I talk about negative people, when I talk about boundaries needing set, I'm sure that in most of your lives, there are people that you need to set boundaries with or cut out of your life. So whoever you're thinking of right now, the first thing I want to ask you is, what are you getting out of this relationship? Maybe this is a friend that you've had since third grade. And you guys go way back, you have a whole bunch of history together, you've had great times, but now they're kind of stuck in what they're doing in life. Maybe they're stuck on pills and not getting off of those, or maybe they just are working dead-end jobs, never going anywhere, never wanting to do anything, kind of just burnt out. You love them, of course you love them, because you have all these experiences with them. But what are you continuing to get out of the relationship? Whenever you go over there, do you leave fulfilled? Do you leave feeling like you wasted your time? What are you continuing to get out of this relationship? That's really important to evaluate. If you're not getting anything at all out of the relationship, or maybe you're even losing things in this relationship, it's really time to ask yourself if they really still need to be in your life. It's a hard thing to think about, but sometimes you'd be amazed how much you can grow just by letting go of old baggage. And it doesn't mean that you have to end on bad terms. It doesn't mean you have to feel negative towards each other. Sometimes it means just not hanging out, just not talking, just doing your own thing, knowing that you're rooting for each other in life, and that's that. The second question is, how do you feel after being around these people, or this person? So, question number 2, how do you feel once you're done hanging out with this person? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like you learned something, or you had the time of your life? Somehow they uplifted you and you uplifted them. You guys did something amazing together. Is it something like this? Or whenever they leave, do you feel like the energy has been sucked from you? Do you feel exhausted? Do you feel like, why did I just waste my time? There's been some people in my life that drained my energy so bad that I would think about it and it would bring my mood down again just thinking about it. I had to completely just let go of all of it. I couldn't even think about that person. I just had to get them out of my life because I dreaded seeing them so much. They were such an energy vampire. All they did was complain about their life, but never once changed the situation. And that's just not cool. If you leave feeling like you're absolutely drained, like you just wasted your time, whatever you feel, if it's not a good feeling you have whenever you're done hanging out with this person, that's a red flag. So it's definitely something to be aware of. Number 3, why not hold your ground? Maybe there's somebody in your life who always walks all over you. Maybe they're constantly asking to borrow money from you. Maybe they're constantly asking you for a ride or to watch their kid. These are just random examples. Maybe they're just always pushing your boundaries. You say no and they keep on hounding you, or, it's like no matter what, it's just enough is not enough. Why not hold your boundaries? Why not say no? It might make these people upset. It might hurt their feelings whenever you tell them no, when they're used to hearing yes from you. But if it's sucking your energy, if you're taking on responsibilities that are not your responsibilities for this person. Why are you doing that? It's keeping that person from being accountable. It's taking time from your life that you cannot get back. And it's draining you, whether it's draining you mentally or financially. You're investing way too much of your time in trying to baby these people. And they're not going to learn unless you let them learn the hard way. You have to set boundaries and you have to stick with them. If they really love and care about you, if these people really love and care about you, they will still be there even if you say no to giving them $20. Or they'll still be there even if you say, no, I can't watch your kid tonight. If they really love you, yeah, they might be mad, but eventually they'll get over it. And the thing is, they need to be thankful for the times that you have helped them out. Nobody should expect anything from you, really. You don't have to give anything to anyone. Obviously, it can be great to be helpful and it feels good to be helpful, but there's a line that you shouldn't cross, I believe, and knowing where that line is and making sure to hold firm to it is really important. There will be people, I've had people over here before that wanted people to come to my house that I did not want over here because I felt disrespected by them. And they were like, why are you being such a bitch about it? Why are you, they're fine with you. Why do you have a problem? And I'm like, I don't have a problem, but I don't want them at my house. I do not want them here. And that person had an issue with that. And I'm like, if you can't respect that, then you need to leave my house too. Because this is my boundary. This is how I feel. You can call me a bitch all you want, but I'm not going to do something that makes me uncomfortable. Why would I do that? I know what makes me happy. I know how to keep my energies balanced. And bringing people over to my house that I do not like or that have disrespected me is crossing a boundary. If somebody thinks you're being hateful or too extreme or whatever because of something you're saying no to, who cares? Stick with it. If you feel strongly about it, stick to your boundary. The next thing is own your boundaries, and that's pretty much one and the same. Once you make your boundary, you want to make sure you stick with it. If you don't, then people are going to walk all over you. They're going to know that they can push your boundaries, and if they say something just right, or if they cry or whatever, that you're going to be pushed over and you're not going to stay with your boundary. So holding on to your boundary, owning it no matter what, sticking to it. If it means enough to you, stick to it. You will earn respect this way for yourself, and other people will also respect you more if you stick with your boundaries. So just remember, if it really means something to you, stick with it. Don't let someone change your mind on it. And then the very last thing is, if they aren't a part of your growth, they're hindering you. So if this person in your life is not helping you grow, then they're inhibiting your growth. If you want to be the best, most amazing version of yourself, if you want to be happy with the person you are, if you want to be as successful as you possibly can be, then you need to make sure that the people in your life also want those same things, and that they are taking the steps in their own life to live their best life as well. You want to make sure the people that you're around are helping you grow, and that they are rooting you on, that they're positive influences in your life and not negative influences. Because if you want to grow, if you want to have the best life you possibly can, then you need good people in your life. You don't need bad people poisoning your life, causing unneeded drama and unneeded stress, things like that. So just really make sure that the people in your life are helping you grow. And if they're not, it's time to start asking if those people need to be in your life. And if they really do, ask yourself why. And depending on the answer to that, it's time to figure out a way to keep them in your life, but keep them afar, because really people like that are just going to poison your life. So setting boundaries and cutting people out of your life that need to go, it can be very hard, but once you do it, it's very freeing. Once you let go of what people think of you, you do gain a lot of respect, and you can also get much further in life. So if you want to grow, if you want to be the best version of yourself, make sure that all the people in your life are positive and nurturing. Make sure that you have them as people, as flowers in your garden, and not weeds, because the weeds can overtake the garden real quick, no matter how many pretty flowers are there. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day. Much love. I believe in you. You should believe in you too. And I hope you all have a wonderful, spectacular day. Bye.